Hello, I'm recording this on May 27th, 2025, and that means two things. Darkness is a state of mind. It's also time for the Darkness News Update, brought to you by the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors, an organization that unites lighting distributors who want to do better, who do want to innovate, who do want to improve the built environment around them. And that includes their commitment to education and their Darkness Specialist 1, which is coming out soon. Beta testing over the summer, probably launch at the con. We'll see you there. Otherwise, let's get into the news. Delphi has issued a 26-point evidence-based consensus on the non-visual effects of light. This is a preprint statement based on a bunch of meta-studies, but what will happen is that a group of experts have affirmed 26 generally agreed upon scientific principles as to what light does to the human body that is not related to vision. The full list is available now. I think we should get someone on the show to dive a little deeper on them all. How about that? Circadian rhythm shifts with age, which affects chronic health conditions. This could be key to developing new therapies, especially for neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. We also have a new framework for night shift health studies. This is based on a publication from Utrecht U in the Netherlands that proposes a new way of discussing health in shift workers that is more deep and more nuanced than what we're using right now. Circadian rhythms have been linked with stress hormones in humans, specifically 8-hydroxy-2-deoxyguanosine. First try. Ha! This is an oxidative stress marker used in cancer diagnoses, and that means that the sampling time when you take the samples can change whether you come back positive for cancer or not in early detection. So that's a thing to be aware of. We have a study from the Central Queensland University of Australia of only 19 frequent gamblers, and they have found that, well, gamblers do get moodier when they are sleepy. They make the same decisions while gambling. This refutes a few other studies we've seen, but these were 19 gamblers that were asked to play a number of different games at a period of extended wakefulness, and they basically made the same decisions, which is probably just by rote at a certain point, but that's interesting to know. We have an anecdote from a professional, but still an anecdote that suggests that we may be better off wearing our sunglasses before bed. We've seen some good advice. We've seen some good advice in the past about these blue light blockers that might be helpful during the day to keep you from just eye fatigue from strain. But this is saying that maybe really convincing yourself that you should go to bed is about putting on your sunglasses at night so you can see the light that's right before my eyes. I will not sing the rest of that song for a number of reasons. Circadian rhythms have been linked with exercise habits in mice. Changes to their circadian rhythm changed the time they spent, what time of day they spent on the little wheel. Nocturnal pollinators are just as important as the daytime ones. We have a meta-study in ecology letters calling for more support of pollinators that use that are active at night, and that means we need to use light more responsibly and reduce pesticide use during the night. Japanese ricefish spawn at midnight, and light pollution is bad for that. This is some new findings from the Osaka Metropolitan University. Morvan, a park in France, this is 500 square miles, covering 117 some very small communities in the Burgundy region, has spent 9 years doing work to get DarkSky reserve status, and they've just done it. In Denmark, the island of Anholt, which is 8 square miles in the Kattegat Strait between Denmark and Sweden, it's home to 151 permanent residents and 1,000 harbor seals, is also a DarkSky community. They just got their recognition from the organization. It's the 4th place in Denmark to get this. Weaselhead, Alberta, is seeking recognition from the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. This is a park on the edge of Alberta city limits. It used to be a Canadian Forces artillery range, and it is looking to encourage lights out policies and bylaws in the area to secure recognition from that group. Washington, D.C. has completed a 75,000 street and park pathway lighting project that connected all the lights. They connected them all through long-range Bluetooth mesh, but all of these were DarkSky friendly lighting. We are talking sub 3000 K color temperatures, 80 CRI, DarkSky compliance in terms of uplight, that's 10% or lower, and all of this had to be packaged within specific aesthetic guidelines that vary by neighborhood. They got it done, though. Washington, D.C. is kind of, previously, the last time we talked about it, is that we determined that they're the brightest city in the U.S. during December for all of their holiday lighting displays. But from January to November, they're going to be one of the better cities in terms of light pollution going ahead. In India, the town of New Delhi has begun a campaign to support nesting season for olive ridley turtles. These are new conservation efforts in the Adani Ports region. We have a Lights Out campaign in southeast Manitoba with advocacy work going on for migration season. Audubon, Texas has begun their Spring Lights Out for Migration campaign. This information campaign will run till mid-June. We have Duval Audubon working with conservationists and lighting experts in Northeast Florida to extend awareness for migration season. This is their 5th year doing that. St. Laurent, Ontario joins Camrose, Alberta, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and King Township, Ontario. In stereo. This show's in stereo, but in Ontario. They have been recognized by Nature Canada as a bird-friendly city, specifically for bird-safe bylaws and dark sky principles. In St. Pete, Florida, a tennis court added new lighting without bothering an osprey nest. The endangered birds, there was a nesting pair on the previously placed lighting system, and they just left that there and put new lighting in, and in such a way that it doesn't disturb the nesting. In Galesburg, Iowa, they have had a very big problem with crows. Nuisance crows engaged in a lot of nuisance activity, and they'd been trying a bunch of different things, some of them not great, like poison and using lighting, but they've decided to stop using light to scare the crows, and instead, falcons. They are importing trained falcons to attack these, and sometimes we just need more unorthodox solutions to nuisance animals, I guess. That's the lesson. Charles City, Virginia is debating lighting rules as they are building a new data center. This would be a very large campus, probably covering hundreds of acres, and there's a lot of zoning exceptions that they would like, and they are debating what those lighting rules should look like. Schofield, Utah is setting a $1,000 a night fine for light pollution. They have some new lighting regulations going ahead into effect on July 1st, and yeah, the fines seem pretty steep to me. Davis County, Utah is debating streetlight brightness with a citizen petition being heard at City Council on the 14th. In Westchester, Pennsylvania, we have some debates over their lighting initiatives with complaints about a new parking garage spreading outward across the neighborhood to maybe get the whole thing rewritten to improve spill and trespass all the way around. Frederick City, Manitoba is reviewing their city lighting plan for spillage issues. This is also related to a new development, and they're realizing that, hey, once we've got this one problem, we can actually do the whole city, and isn't that great? And we're going to close out with Reflect Orbital. They are back in the news for us. They are a venture capital project that would put mirrors in orbit to bounce light down, possibly to help greenhouses, to light festivals, to power solar panels in an emergency, or just 'cause. They just got $20 million in Series A venture capital, and I just want to remind everyone that I think this idea is terrible. The Soviets tried it twice, and it didn't work. It was in 2 Bond movies that are notably the bad ones. One of them's notably bad. I think a lot of people have fondness for Man with the Golden Gun. But otherwise, my opinions about James Bond movies aside and Solar Mirrors aside, I will say that I am Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, your attention, your support. You can donate to this show. You can join or learn more from the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors. You can also leave a review of this show or recommend it to a friend. But until next time, take care of yourself.